Hi, readers. Today we're going to talk about getting ready to read. And there's 4 things that readers do in order to set up their reading life at home. Because at home it's a little different than reading at school, right? We read every day at school, but now we're at home. So it's really important that when we're reading at home, we have a plan. And the plan will include where we're going to read, when we're going to read, who we're going to talk about our reading to, because after we read, we have to talk about it, and what we're going to read. And the who could also be who you read to if you want to read to someone. All right, so I'm going to show you how I set up my plan, and then I'm going to give you a chance to set up your plan. Now, the first part is where. And this says, Rockin' readers are ready to read because they have a plan, and these are the things in their plan. Now, where you read. Some people like to read in their bed. They like to read in the evening before they go to bed, or they just take a break and read in their bed. On beautiful days here, you could read outside. If you have a cozy chair, if you're like me, you read in a chair. You could read in a couch. So I want you to look. I'm in my office here, and I want to show you where I read. In my reading plan, I read right there. See that cozy chair, the little blanket? That's my reading spot. So what I'm going to do on my reading plan is I'm going to put that I read in a chair. I spent some time thinking and deciding, and that's where I read. The next thing is when. Are you the kind of reader who likes to read in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, or does your reading time vary throughout the day? It's okay if it's throughout the day. For me, I'm the kind of reader who likes to read in the evening. So I'm going to put it right here in my reading plan. I like to read cozy in my chair, with a cup of tea in the evening before I go to bed. All right. Who? That's the next thing. Who are you going to talk to about your reading? Now, for me, it's okay if you have no one available because maybe your parents are working or your caregiver isn't available. You could talk to your reading buddy. My reading buddy is Knuffle Bunny. So sometimes when I want to read out loud, I read to Knuffle Bunny. And if my kids are available, maybe I'll share what I read with them. I have 2 children at home with me now. Sometimes I talk to Julia, my daughter, about the book I'm reading. But as far as your reading buddy, it might be your grandma, grandpa. You could call them on the phone or Zoom to talk about and share what you read today. It could be a brother, it could be a sister, or it could be a stuffy. Like for me, sometimes I share and talk to Knuffle Bunny, but I also share with my kids. So that's, you could have, again, more than one person you talk to. And then finally, what are you reading? So are you reading books that are on Epic? That's the free online resource that a lot of you are using. Are you reading books on Raz-Kids? Or are you reading books that you brought home in your book baggie? This is one of my favorite. You know, we read this, Days with Frog and Toad. And it's certainly okay if you reread books. Books are like movies, right? You want to read them again and again, just like we watch again and again. And if you're reading your chapter books too, we call these just trade books, handheld books. So think about, for your reading plan, what are you going to be reading? For me, I am reading right now handheld books. I also go on Epic and Raz-Kids, but right now, my plan for this week is to read in the evening in my chair. I'm going to talk to my Knuffle Bunny. My kids have been pretty busy, and I'm going to read my handheld book. All right. Are you ready to make your plan? Are you ready? All right. Here's what I want you to do. First thing you're going to do is think of where. Now, I want you to get up, go around your house. It's okay if you have to leave here. Push pause. Go find a favorite reading spot. And then when you come back, I'll be waiting. Are you ready? All right, go find your reading spot. Push pause. I'll be waiting. Are you back? Did you find a spot? Awesome. Tell me your spot. Oh, that's going to be perfect. Okay, so on your reading plan, write down your spot or draw a picture. All right, the next thing you have to think about, when do you like to read? Now remember, your reading plan, we want it to be consistent. Try to find a time of day that's the best for you. So think about it right now. Are you in the morning, afternoon, or evening? When do you like to read? Think about it. Push pause. I'll be here when you get back. I'll be waiting. Are you back? Awesome. When do you like to read? Go ahead. Write it down. Jot it down. Important part of your reading plan. All right. Who? Think about who. That's the next important part. Who are you going to talk to about what you read? Your mom, your dad, your brother, your grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle. Think about it. Take your time. Push pause. I'll be here waiting when you've decided. Are you back? Awesome. All right. Tell me, who are you going to talk to about your reading? Perfect. Okay. The last part of your plan, what? What are you going to read this week for your plan? Remember, rockin' readers know what they're going to read. Are you going to go online? Are you going to do Epic, all those free books we talked about? Are you going to use your handheld book? Are you going to go to some other online resources? Think about it. Push pause, and when you've decided, come back and push play. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. Are you back? What are you going to read? Love it. Great job. All right, readers. So rockin' readers are ready to read. They have a plan. They have rethought or thought through where they're going to read at home, because it's a little different now that we're not in school every day. So I want you to think of your reading plan. I'm going to share mine again, and then I want you to remember that every day you can start by reviewing your plan, getting ready to read, making sure the person you're going to talk to will be around when you're done reading, and have fun. Most important part. All right, I can't wait to hear about what you're reading, and I'd love to see all your reading plans. All right, so we'll talk again. See you, readers. Have fun.